Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and today I want to just talk a little bit more about composition. Composition is another way of managing sort of how you construct your objects. So a lot of times you learn inheritance. Inheritance, what you do is you would use the inheritance syntax in a programming language, where basically a language borrows everything from its parent class and then adds stuff. But it can only borrow from one parent class, so this limits you. So in examples, if I wanted to have like if I had like a ninja class, and I won't write the full class right now, but I'll say ninja class, and then I wanted to create a fire ninja, so I would so this would then inherit to the fire ninja, the wind ninja, okay, and the ice ninja. But then let's say later on, I want to have a special situation where we have a fire and wind ninja. I run into a problem because I can't inherit from both wind and fire ninja. I can only inherit from one or the other. So this gives me a situation where I either have to inherit from the fire ninja, then recode the wind properties, or inherit from the wind ninja and then recode the fire properties. Why would I want to repeat any code? So composition, what it does, it says, you know what, screw inheritance, let's do this differently. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create a ninja class. So class, or yeah, class ninja. Okay. Okay, class ninja, and then we'll make a constructor, and that'll be the name, and that will be that, and we'll say this.name equals name, actually name and powers. So I'm gonna do is give it a powers property. Name this.name, this dot his name. Okay, and then this dot powers equals powers. Okie dokie. So I can do that. Okay, and then name any methods I want all ninjas to have there. Save. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create 3 separate objects. Okay, so we'll say const fire powers equals, and then I just add the methods that I want to use. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boo. So fire powers. Actually, no. Equals fire console.log burn. Okay, and then I'm going to just test something else. I want to see what happens if I do this.name. I'm again, the way I've always understood it is that the object that invokes the function uses this. So, but I need to make this as a old school function then if I want to do that. So let's change this to function. There we go. The function that the object that invokes the function becomes this. So you'll see why that matters in a little bit. But I'm gonna make 3 more of these fire powers. Okay. Wind powers. Okay. Oh, this is burn. There's no burn variable. It should be a string. Ice. We'll see. And ice powers. Oh, so this should be wind. Cool. So now I have these powers, okay? But they're not part of the class, so and they're not part of an inherited class. They're just 3 separate objects. So now what I can do with the way I created my constructor is I can do something like this. Const fire ninja equals new ninja. The name of the ninja is going to be Shinobi, and the powers are going to be the fire powers. Okay. Or actually, I don't even need I don't even need all this. I could just plop in fire powers. Okay, so fire powers, because I'm only using that object. And I could do the same thing with the other types of ninjas. So say ice ninja, and then this will be ice powers. Const wind ninja equals new. Actually, I should just paste this. Wind ninja wind powers. And then we're going to console log each one afterwards. Console.log fire ninja. This one will name Ryu. This one will name Scorpion. Okay, and then we're going to console log the other ones. Ice Ninja. And Wind Ninja. And let's see what we get. We have an error somewhere, so let's see here. What does it say? Token where? 940. I'm assuming it's referring to this. Thinking about that for a second. Function. Oh, I need to put a comma. There we go. Okay, and then what we'll do also is we'll try to use each one's power as well. So fire ninja dot powers, because it's going to be part of their powers property. So their power dot fire. Okay, and then that's going to be a function, so that's invoked. And then here it's ice ninja dot power dot ice. Let's make sure I named all that the right way. This should be ice over here. And then for the wind ninja, and let me just put some space to make this all easier to read. Okay. And then for the wind ninja dot power dot wind. Okay, so let's see here. So I was able to create 3 types of ninjas without having to create 3 types of classes. And see, it worked. Okay, so that didn't quite work exactly the way I was hoping to. That this dot name, but hey, that was an experiment worth trying. It's not important that it does say the name at the moment, but something I want to think about how I would access that. Okay. I get rid of these commas here. Okay. Cool. Now, if I wanted to create a wind and fire ninja, const wind and fire ninja. Now I can just do equal new ninja. Call this one Raiden. And in this case, I will pass in an object where I deconstruct the wind powers object and I deconstruct the fire powers object, so that way it has both in there. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing. We're going to console.log wind fire ninja, and we're going to wind fire ninja dot power dot fire wind fire ninja dot power dot wind, and it should be able to use both powers. Okay, without me having to create, like, again, all these inherited classes, I just deconstruct the powers I wanted to have. Okay, and then here's Raiden, who has, again, its powers include two properties, wind and fire. Okay, I should have made an earth ninja so we could have made it a earth, wind, and fire ninja, but foresight is hindsight is 2020. Cool. So it allows me to create. Now I can create that flexibility without having to have to create a whole other class. I didn't have to retype any powers. I typed each power only once as far as creating it in these objects. And I just basically assign which ones I want at the creation of the ninja. Okay, allowing me to create a very flexible ninja class. Okay, and you can do this with kind of other things. Okay, so you can... Now, if I did want to access its parent properties, though, let me think about how we could do this. Okay. Let me include a console log of... Actually, I want to create the console log of this here. Just curious. Console.log. Oh no, that's inside the object. Oh no, that's inside the function, so that's fine. Console.log this. Just want to see what this is. Okay. Wind, fire. Cool, so it's just the power object that is this. Oh, because it's still the it's still that object that's invoking it. I see. I see. Okay. The alternative way of doing this is you pass in a new ninja. Okay, so if I wanted to be able to make this the parent object with the name, then I'd have to restructure this function, the create ninja function. So where's my create ninja function? Or am I doing this new ninja? Doop 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 boo. Or basically I would do it, I'd have to do it this way. So this is where a factory function would actually be very useful. Okay, so let me create a factory function. Okay, create ninja. Okay, and that will equal, we're going to give it name and then an array of powers. Okay, and then if we don't pass that in, we're just going to assume an empty array. And that's going to be an arrow function, and essentially what this is going to do is const new ninja equals a new ninja with name. We're going to take out the powers property. We're going to do this differently now. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Ends up being in the same place, but this dot name. And then what we're going to do is we'll just ask a question. If, okay, if powers dot sum, so if at least one of the values equals fire, so if some value, that's an arrow function, value equals fire. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to say const, we're going to say the new ninja dot fire equals fire powers dot fire. Okay, then basically we do the same thing for each type of ninja. So if it's wind, then wind equals fire powers dot wind. Actually, this is going to be wind powers. And then if it's ice, then we do dot ice powers dot ice. Okay, now we need to refactor our creation of each ninja to facilitate this. But now, if I were to include that console log of this, it'll console log the actual ninja, because we have that. Basically, it's being chained off the main object going forward. Because again, this is going to be new ninja calling the ice function, not new ninja dot powers calling the ice function. Okay, so let's see here. Fire ninja, new ninja. So how do I want to change this? This should be an array, and I just wanted to have fire powers. Okay, and that should all, except now we don't need to use the power keyword anymore, because there's no more power property. Ice ninja equals new ninja. This is going to be now ice. Let me just make sure ice, fire, wind, and ice. Good. And then for the wind ninja, same thing. You just change this into wind. And then again, we have to get rid of these power, and then the wind fire ninja, same thing. We just do wind and fire. Okay, and then we should be able to use both properties, but we just need to take the power off, and this should work. And now this should be the parent object. Fire ninja is not a function. Oh, I didn't change this to create ninja. That's right. Okay, so this needs to be, what is it called? Create ninja. And on top of that, this needs to return the ninja. So this needs to return new ninja. Okay. So now, what's being assigned is the ninja that's being returned by the create ninja function. Okay, which again, the reason why that's nice is that it goes through all this object construction logic for you, so that way whoever was going to use this function doesn't have to do it themselves and figure out how to make to do all this composition. I've built this function to kind of handle all the hard work for you. So all you have to do is specify what powers they have, and you get what you need. That's the beauty of factory functions and composition. Okay. And see, it works. So I invoked the wind function. Before that, there was a console log of this. And see, it console logs the ninja, which has the name of Raiden and the fire and wind properties that functions. Okay, so it works. Again, the point of this was to show you some different techniques when deciding how you're going to construct your objects and whatnot. So that was fun. Cool. Talk to you guys later. This is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com.